it's Hai Chu Chu here. Today I want to talk about something that hits really close to home for a lot of us. Why is it so damn hard for Chinese people to get into healthy, intimate relationships? Before we dive in, let's make one thing super clear. What even is an intimate relationship? It's not just getting married or moving in together. According to Roland Miller, the author of the textbook Intimate Relationships, it's a long-term connection with deep emotional bonding, psychological attachment, emotional support, and real mutual understanding. The core feeling? Being truly seen, being understood, and being accepted exactly as you are. In plain words, it's when you can let someone into your real inner world without freaking out that they'll hurt you. The other person can actually hold your vulnerability and pain. You guys can open up completely, have those deep talks, understand each other, heal each other, still stay independent, grow together, and end up with this inner strength to face life's bullshit side by side. One sentence version. An intimate relationship is when you're willing to take off all your armor in front of them and hand over your soft spots without fear. So back to my original question, why do so many Chinese people struggle so hard to build this? Honestly, right now I feel like most of us really can't get into truly healthy intimacy, and there are a few big reasons. Let me break down the main ones for you. First, and the most obvious, is all the cultural and systemic roadblocks. Here's something super common in China. Middle school and high school falling in love? Total taboo. Parents and schools treat it like the ultimate distraction from studying. Puppy love gets shut down fast, so we never get a chance to actually explore feelings or learn how intimacy works when we are young. Then you get to college and it's not much better. A lot of parents still freak out about long-distance relationships or marrying someone from another city because it messes with family plans. So dating is still kinda discouraged. But the second you graduate and start working, boom, the script flips overnight. If you grew up in the West, this might sound extreme, but emotionally, it's not that different from growing up in a system where relationships are tightly controlled, and then suddenly, you're expected to get everything right. Suddenly, everyone's society, your family wants you married yesterday. You go from no dating allowed to hurry up and get married with zero transition time to actually figure out mature love. And that crazy switch tells you everything about what marriage actually means here. In China, marriage has always been more of a social survival strategy than just two people in love. And honestly, lots of other societies kinda do this too. People marry for stability, immigration status, or financial security. China just makes it super obvious. It's about lowering life risks, getting society's stamp of approval, and checking the life task box for your family. When parents push you to get married, it looks like care, but deep down it's social control. You're not just doing this for you, you're doing it because it's what's expected. So, people don't get married because they found love. They get married because they hit the age where they're expected to. Emotional connection ends up in second place. Social approval is the real goal. A lot of couples become teammates, paying the mortgage together, raising kids, taking care of parents, but they barely ever talk about how they actually feel. You see versions of this everywhere. Basically, roommates with shared responsibilities, but no emotional intimacy. This kind of social marriage is literally the biggest enemy of real intimacy. Women get hit with double messages. Be independent and successful, but don't be too strong or you'll scare guys away. Remember to be gentle and soft. Guys get told to toughen up, never show weakness, suck it up, so they lose the ability to even express emotions. One person suppresses everything. The other stays silent, looks harmonious on the outside, but both are lonely as hell inside. Add in parental interference and the whole face-saving culture, and marriage stops being our decision. It turns into a family alliance and a public performance. We learn how to keep up appearances and make everyone else happy, but we forget how to be real and how to actually see ourselves. In this environment, building healthy intimacy is insanely hard. We are so busy being responsible to others that we forget to be responsible to ourselves. That's why in China, getting married does not automatically mean you have a good intimate relationship. The two are often completely disconnected. Second reason, and this one hit me personally super hard, is childhood experiences and the whole left behind children phenomenon. China has a specific term for this, left behind children. But in the West, this would be considered childhood emotional neglect, not because parents didn't love their kids, but because survival came first. The reasons were different, but the emotional outcome was surprisingly similar. Back in the 80s and 90s, when China was booming, millions of parents left the countryside to work in cities. Because of the hukou system, unequal schools, sky-high city living costs, etc., they couldn't bring their kids, so tens of millions of us grew up with grandparents or relatives instead of mom and dad. By the 2020 census, there was still over 65 million left behind kids, especially in rural areas, 1 out of every 3 rural kids. The number has gone down now with urbanization and better policies, but the issue hasn't disappeared, it just changed shape. I'm one of them. My parents were away working my whole childhood. I was raised by my grandparents, so I became independent super early. I handle everything myself. But that independence, it was actually armor. When I had my first relationship in college, I realized I literally didn't know how to let someone in. The moment someone tried to get close physically or emotionally, I panicked. It felt like an invasion of my safe zone. I'd push back, sometimes even feel physical disgust. I'd turn into a little hedgehog with all spikes out. When someone tried to care for me, I had no idea how to receive it. I didn't know how to express myself, and I was terrified to try, so I just stayed quiet and buried everything. Because growing up, I never saw what a healthy, intimate relationship even looked like. I had 0 role models, 0 templates. So when I grew up, I had no clue how to love someone properly. A lot of my friends are the same. They're scared of dating, scared of being seen, because that protective shell got way too thick. For us, intimacy isn't natural anymore. It's a skill we have to completely relearn from scratch. Third reason, today's economic pressure and modern environment have turned love into a high-risk investment. While the internet and virtual connections give us cheaper emotional substitutes, so young people need real intimacy less and less. Honestly, having real love in today's China feels like a luxury. A huge chunk of young people are straight up giving up on love and intimacy altogether. In this post-pandemic, slowing economy, love feels risky. People now calculate before marriage. If we break up, will I lose half my assets? Nobody believes love conquers all anymore. The question became, can I afford the cost of this relationship? On the flip side, the internet is so good now that we don't actually need a partner for emotional or even physical fulfillment. Games, short videos, social media, chatting with online friends, or even AI characters, it all gives us that sense of companionship and safety without the risk. So, love is no longer the only or even the main emotional outlet in life, and it's definitely not something we feel we must have. To wrap up the 3 biggest reasons I see why Chinese people struggle so much with healthy intimacy are: 1. Cultural and systemic barriers around relationships. 2. Childhood trauma and the left-behind children experience that robbed us of early models of intimacy. 3. Today's reality where love feels too expensive and risky, while the internet offers easy, low-risk emotional substitutes. But here's the good news. Intimacy is something you can actively learn. In the next video, I'm gonna share some super practical steps to start building real, healthy intimacy from scratch. If you're feeling lonely in your relationship right now, or totally confused about love, hit that subscribe button and we'll keep talking next time, okay? See you there.